There is something special about Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition. Every person I've ever known that ran 2nd Edition, they'll tell you there is something you take from that you learn as a Dungeon Master. You know, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 1st Edition had a great Dungeon Master's guide on how to do this. But when you got to 2nd Edition, it's like there's no guide. But you're pushed into doing the right thing. Like, you might not be able to explain it, but you do it. And in my opinion, you did it better than most 1st Edition AD&D guys that were running that game. If you never ran AD&D 2nd Edition, you're not really going to get what I'm saying. And I'm sorry to sound slightly vague. It was a game that you could understand easily from running raw, and you could understand so deeply that you realized you could make changes. You could try new things. And if you didn't believe that, well, even the designers of the game thought you could just openly change it for fun, and started bringing out a bunch of splat books to make money with all kinds of changes. So, I guess you could make changes. A lot of the old school tabletop role-playing game guys will say old school is AD&D 1 and earlier. They won't even count 2nd Edition. Fair enough. But it's like being a bastard middle child between TSR and WotC. It's like back at the time during the old school, we felt a bit edgy. You'd tell the old AD&D 1st Edition guys to suck your dick, and then you attempt to run a better game than they ran. And I won that competition all the fucking time. I mean, I like competition, so I would tell old school guys back then, like, bring it the fuck on. You want to say you run a better game than me? Watch this, I'll fucking run circles around you. And I did. Oh, I was cocky. I mean, it was just something about 2nd Edition just brought you a confidence as a DM. You were just you felt like you could do it better than the next guy. But it also meant the bar was pretty high. So if you sucked at 2nd Edition and you came across other 2nd Edition DMs, be careful. Be careful. Because they're going to tell you how it is. See, when I talk about public gaming, I'm not talking about like conventions. People still act right at conventions. Not all the time, but mostly. Or game shops. Again, a lot of people act right. I'm talking about like library get-togethers, bingo holes, shit like that, where it is constant getting together to meet other people en masse for gaming. And we would be doing it in environments where people didn't feel pressure to act right. They just, you would hope they would. And luckily, most did. But you'd have to put your foot down with some people. But I mean, if you come there and you openly run your game and, you let other people see what you're doing, it's, how can I say? You'll get told what's up if you bother to ask people what's up. To this day, I still meet people that are just getting into 2nd Edition and they spent a few years in, and I'll say, do you feel something special from your time with 2nd Edition? As far as the way you run tabletop role-playing games. Every single one still says yes, because it still does the same trick. There is something special about 2nd Edition. And I don't know if I've ever properly put my hand on it. Touched it, knew what it was, could explain it to you. I can explain a lot of things to you from my experience and putting real time in, but there's something unique. I don't know what it is, but I think it offers the potential to be the most immersed during a tabletop role-playing game session. Like, it can help the DM do what they need to do to get you there, the players, in a way that is exciting and fun for the person, the DM, giving you that experience. And they can reach that immersive experience with you through 2nd edition in a way I have not seen DMs of any other game or edition be able to achieve. And there seems to be a wisdom you pick up about running games that you just don't pick up in the other editions or in any other game on the market, even in 2024. You know, AD&D 1 tells you how to do it. 2nd edition gets you to do it. And that's the one thing AD&D 1st edition wasn't good at. It could tell you what was up, just wasn't good at getting you there. 2nd edition got you there. And I want to make it clear that I'll still be running 2nd edition as I go forward, running 5e as well, and covering 5e content on this YouTube channel starting in September. I am still looking to gather up 2nd edition people online that want to join me. Discord server for tabletop role-playing games is down below. There's a link. Join that. I want to bring 2nd edition people together because I think there's a connection between the 5e crowd and 2nd edition crowd that can be made. And I think a lot of 5e people want to try 2nd edition. I think that's a real thing. I think the new age people are interested in that, and it's definitely more appealing knowing that a bunch of old people that they don't like reject it, right? The same way they reject what they're doing. All right, for now, take care.